Lisa for the Buzzabout. We are in Philadelphia at World Cafe Live, joined by Vanessa Carlton and Victor, who you cannot see. Victor is Vanessa's dog. I will just say quickly, Vanessa, thank you for joining us. We sat through your sound check, or part of your sound check. It was the wildest, rocking sound check I've ever. I needed earplugs, so I put my earplugs in temporarily. Would not have expected it.
I wasn't even there, so I don't even know what you're talking about.
It was crazy. It was so loud.
I think it was testing the We've had some issues with PAs breaking.
Yeah.
So you just try to do something extremely explosive.
It was extreme. So I will expect this to be rocking tonight.
It will not be like that at all.
Well, on to more serious issues. Carousel is the first single from your new album, Rabbits on the Run. Congratulations on the new album.
Thank you.
Well, how are you and where have you been?
Been in a rabbit hole, for sure. I'm well, thank you. And I have been, basically, I was in England all last year working on the record. Started writing it about 2 years ago. But all said and done, it was about, I think, when I finished touring on my last record. It was almost 3.5 years ago.
Well, on to the new music. Carousel is a great single, and you shot a wonderful video. Where was the video shot?
We shot it in Woodstock, New York. Yeah, it's beautiful.
So you're familiar with the area.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually reminded me a lot of not only where I recorded this record, which is an hour outside of London in a little town called Box, but it also reminded me of Pennsylvania, where I grew up. And it was really extremely organic in that sense, in terms of like kind of being some sort of thread to my childhood. I don't like shooting videos. I'm not a big fan of that, but that was pretty enjoyable.
Well, you are a Milford, Pennsylvania native.
I am.
I didn't know where it was, or I still don't, in our great state, but do you have any fond memories of growing up in Pennsylvania?
I do. You know, those woods are so special in Pennsylvania, and the river, the Delaware River. Spent a lot of time there, and I basically went to school in this farm called the Homestead School. It's a Montessori school, and I was just talking to someone else about this, but the quiet walks and experiences I would have on my own in the woods as a kid, I think shaped my way of thinking. You know, it's just being a kid able to get lost in the woods and know that nothing's going to happen to you. It's the most beautiful thing.
Well, my favorite track on the record is I Don't Want to Be a Bride, because I don't want to wear white either, and it really is too late. But
same boat. I find that many of us might be in that same boat. And let me tell you something. White is not flattering.
No, navy. Something alternative.
Certain cut on the bias, maybe.
Okay. And so, can you explain a little bit about the track I Don't Want to Be a Bride? And I love the fact that you utilize the children's choir on this particular track.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
It's just the proper place for it, you know. I think I Don't Want to Be a Bride is an incredibly hopeful story and a hopeful sentiment. And it's very much about someone who believes in love and trust and something extraordinary. And she also doesn't want the confines of this typical kind of social marriage thing that is kind of sold to you. It's particularly women. So it's obviously I Don't Want to Be a Bride, but it's like this package of being a bride that's sold to you by pop culture that I just don't understand, and sometimes it makes me feel weird. Sometimes it makes me feel weird, you know, and then I think I had to come to this on my own, but I don't feel like I'd be missing a thing. I mean, I just think what it's really about is that's a very kind of corporate. For me, it doesn't feel authentic, but that's just the way I feel, and because I think everyone can turn it into what they want it to be. I know some people who are married who are really happy, and I totally don't, you know, people can do whatever they want. It's just I feel that way, and I never have heard I rarely hear women sing about it. I hear women say that they would like to be a bride and they would like to be married, and I just never hear the opposite side, and that's what I connect with more.
Mm. Going against the paradigm.
That's right.
A little bit.
And you know, it exists. It's just not. It's not. I don't know. Not talked about so much.
Right. So you've toured with Stevie Nicks. You've cited her as a great influence. Did she have any feedback on Rabbits on the Run, a favorite song, anything like that you can share?
Yes. Stevie, I cried when she called me when she was really living with the record for a while, and she said something so lovely to me about it. And then she also really fell in love with a song called Hear the Bells. That's her favorite song.
Beautiful.
And she was telling me the story. She has this, it's a very visual song, and she has this idea for a film clip of it, which I thought was a really good idea, actually. She's a great writer. And Stevie is an excellent song. She picks the orders of songs in a way that it works so well. I mean, this is it's like a secret gift that she has. So she did the last album sequence, and then she did she sequenced Rabbits on the Run for me.
Just one quick fan type question, really from me, the fan. I'm a terrible social networker, but I follow you on Twitter. Only really, well, for tour dates and other information, but for your YouTube clip postings. Because earlier in the spring, you posted this brilliant YouTube clip of a witch making blueberry pancakes.
It's amazing. I can't wait to meet that woman or become her or something.
I know, and I'm like, they give a website for the movie, so I'm ordering the movie, and so can you speak to your social networking, or namely the YouTube treasures?
Well, I will, as I find things, or I have like really an arsenal, an archive, kind of a vault, if you will, of things that inspire me. And I kind of choose to just share those every now and then on Twitter, because they make me do it, and I don't like it. But I do. If I'm gonna do it, I want it to be something that's meaningful to me, and it's not like had a Snickers, exceeded expectation. You know, like, I mean, that's also funny, but like something that also I like to look at it as like, if you go through them all at the end of like 2 years, it like kind of creates something. It's nice.
It's a brilliant movie. If you click on just all those
movie,
clips.
yeah. It's like, I think it was used as a, you know, those movies in schools that they play for kids to teach them about something. I can't remember why it's made.
It
was made. It's amazing. And to watch it stoned is absolutely fantastic.
For all the kids out there. All right, well, we will let you run. Vanessa has to go sound check. But I'm happy to meet Victor, and
thank you. We were happy to meet you too.
Yeah, no, unlike I usually shake hands and make eye contact directly, but I saw Victor and I just was like, oh, Vanessa's here too. But Vanessa Carlton.
Some cuddling.
Yeah, this is great. VanessaCarlton.com for tour dates, information on Rabbits on the Run, and follow her on Twitter. Forget about the tour dates. You never know what you're gonna get. Those YouTube. Follow her on Twitter. So VanessaCarlton.com. People can find out everything. It's typical that we end our interviews in a hug. So can we get the Victor Vanessa hug?
My pleasure.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right. Vanessa Carlton, Rabbits on the Run. We're out.